happy. Ain't even like that. Just trying to match my swag. 'Cause I'm so cold. Ain't even like that. Just trying to match my swag. 'Cause I'm so cold.
Greetings, and grand risings. I am Iyanifa Ifaronke Ifatunde, formerly known as Priestess Mundola. Today is Oshe Obatala. According to the Ifa calendar, we do Oshe every third Sunday here with When Magic is Black Academy. So today it falls upon Baba Obatala, the biggest and wisest Orisha. So we're going to be venerating and giving him thanks today. Okay. So today I want to share with you guys something that Baba Obatala gave me in a dream. I was wondering, like, what am I gonna talk about? Like, I don't know what am I gonna talk about? And this dream came to mind, came to pass. So this is something that I want to share with you guys. And also too, this is something that I did break down as far as the messages for not only myself, but for you guys as well. Okay, this is a very, very powerful dream. All right. So today I want to talk about reconstructing the intimate parts in life. So life is all about changes. We experience change as death and rebirths. We are always going through the darkness to get to the light, just like a baby in a womb, and just like the universe as it births stars and galaxies of light. What needs reconstructing in your life? Know that through these changes, there's always going to be temptations, reminding you of who people think you are and what they want you to be. They're always going to be calling out your darkness. So be aware of that during these times of reconstructing in your life. Now, when you're truly walking in your spiritual path, your true destined path that's for you, the one that you chose when you reincarnated, you will always have times where you're going to be constructing your inner environment after tear down of your current reality. There's always these cycles in life that repeats. Now, in these times where you're truly challenged to look at the mess that you have created for yourself, okay, or may have been created due to your environment or circumstances, you have to have the tenacity and the energy to be able to pick up a hammer or a paintbrush to really redesign your life. That's going to ultimately represent your true self and your mastered vibration at that time. So this dream, like I said, I had a few nights ago that Baba Obatala gave to me. Okay. And this is going to be the dream. So I'm going to be going in and out of the things that I did see in my dream and the breakdown of that message that I received or that I intuitively, came up with the dream. One thing that us within my spiritual walk, they really don't make things as easy for me. They will drop one word and I need to break that whole word down to a paragraph. Okay. So this is what I did with some of the messages. Okay. So in my dream, I was in a bedroom. It was bare, like it was nothing there. It almost looked like someone moved out. The walls were dirty. There was a mattress that was close to the floor, and I had a paintbrush. And I was determined to reconstruct and rearrange and design my room. The room didn't feel welcoming at all. Okay. It not even to myself. Like I couldn't bring anyone in there, but I didn't even want to be there myself, but I knew there was work that needed to be done. Now, at times we must be real with our inner self and know that it doesn't need to be bare. Okay. We can't have nothing in us. We have to have some type of energy, some type of source, something to give back to the universe, to give back to our community, to give back to our family. Okay. So we have to make sure that we must apply ourselves and how we want our inner self to be expressed to those who matter the most. Okay. So in this bedroom, which it kind of represents your inner self. Okay. The bedroom is where you have the most intimate things in life, okay? In life where things are created, in life where things are even transformed, okay? This is what the bedroom represents to me, your inner self, okay? Now, these are the things sometimes that you don't only show to people that you trust the most, but these are the times where you show the people that you love the most, okay? This is a time or the place, the area where you are most vulnerable, where you're most exposed, where you're naked. This is the place where you express your love. This is the place where you express your love for yourself and other people, okay? The ones that you have in your life, okay? Especially with the ones that you exchange energies with, okay? Your most intimate relationships, okay? So this is why we have to be aware, okay? And be real within ourselves and make sure that if it needs to be changed, if there's nothing there, that we add onto it as we should accordingly, okay? Now, the bed also represents to me where we lay our ori, okay? Our ori is our higher self. Our ori is located in our crown chakra, which is almost like a portal to our higher self, the one that's immortal, the one that's been in the beginning of all time, the piece of God's consciousness, okay? This is the one who remembers who we are and why we are, the reason why we have incarnated so many times, and the reason why we are incarnated at this time. So it's imperative that we have a perfect resting place for our ori. We must know to nurture and care for our ori. Our ori is our first and main orisha. So if you wonder who has your head, you need to worry about your ori first before any other orisha, okay? Now we're only the avatar, the one who's responsible for mastering the lessons in this realm that we're in. We have to master this for the purpose of our soul's expansion and our soul awareness. So we have to think, is your resting place a true place of rest? Or do you wrestle with thoughts that you have? Are you feeling like you're drowning while you're in your resting place? Are you laying in fear? Are you laying in tears? Are you laying with anxiety? Or are you laying in repetition? Having the past on repeat, trying to figure out the why, the when, the where, or the how. This is where we have to recognize the way we have designed our bed. Is our resting place for our ori? Now, is your bed simple? Does your bed have 2 pillows? Does your bed have 15 pillows? You know, those ladies, we like a whole bunch of pillows. Does it look overwhelming? Or is it just right where you can comfortably be comfortable with self? We must make sure that we wake up rested, refreshed, and ready to master our day. When we wake and we are tired, depressed, we're sad, or unwilling to touch our feet to the ground to hit the day, this is when we know that there's a need to reconstruct our resting place. We have to learn to recognize the signs for change. Do not master adapting to the energy of imbalance, okay? Some people master and adapt to the energy of imbalance as if that's how life should go every day. And that's not how life should be. And Ifa, we practice Iwa Pele, which is balance of character. Character is what Baba Obatala helps us with. Now, being in constant imbalance is not only unhealthy for your ori, but for the avatar body as well. It's always going to show on your face, okay? Now, has anyone ever told you, top of the morning, where you're supposed to be fresh face, that they tell you, you look tired? Why you look so tired? Did you sleep? Yeah, but it's because you are tired. You're tired of life. You're tired of yourself. You're tired of the redundancy that you've allowed to take place in your existence. It's on your face, baby. Now, we must make sure that we are blessing our ori and praying to our ori every morning that we rise. We must make sure that we are venerating and feeding our ori on a regular basis. Now, meditation must be a daily habit to detox and to clean out the negative energies and vibrations that we have attached to our crown chakra, where our ori resides. This has to be consistent. This must be a daily need. You must need to meditate because you know you feel imbalanced. This is something as important as washing your butt and brushing your teeth on a daily basis. This is a must, okay? You should be able to be unbothered in your resting place. Even when you are in transition of a current reconstruction of your inner self. So even through a transition, you should still be comfortable, even when things are not solidified or solid, or you don't know what's going to come to pass for you to feel comfortable again. You should still be strong enough in your ori during any time or any lesson or any change in your life. Now, you know, because your ori knows, because your ori remembers. Your ori remembers why you came down, what your lesson was going to be in this life. Your ori knows all the answers to the when, why, where, how. And if you don't know, it's because you don't have the relationship with your ori, okay? So you have to make sure that you're building that relationship with your ori, period. All right. So in that knowledge that you gain from your ori, it's the power and the fuel that's going to keep you motivated. It's going to keep you positive, and for you to stay patient for the life that you desire and for the destined to live. Some people don't want to live because they don't have what they want, because their life doesn't seem like the way they think it should be, like the way their parents should say that it should be, like the way that their peer say it should be. But it doesn't matter what anyone else says it should be. It matters what you and your ori and the Most High God say it should be, okay? This knowledge and power will be your existence with persistence. So we have to make sure that we're persistent in this, okay? Now, in my dream, after I had redesigned my room, there were 3 men in there just watching me and observing me. There were 2 in front and 1 in the back. Now, there were 2 that was lifting me up. The one that was directly in front of me and the one that was directly behind me, okay? But there was one that was to the left of me, okay? He was trying to doubt my success and kept reminding me of my past. He was saying that I would reset back to the energy that I have just overcame. Now, masculine energy reminds me of passion. It reminds me of war, fighting for life, okay? It reminds me of the action that we take place in life, the motivation to move, okay? To give our creative ideas energy and to set our creative ideas into motion, to manifest our ideas, our passion, okay? This is a vibration after our manifestations, okay? This is us moving our feet, making sure that we're doing the work that's needed to move forward, okay? Now, the one masculine that was trying to doubt me had a cynical, devilish look on his face, okay? I knew this was a dark demon, all right? But I barely paid him any mind, okay? Because I know I did the work. I was just like, whatever, you're not gonna trip me up, okay? His words and his energies, his taunting, it didn't even discourage me or influence me to repeat the cycle I just came out of. There was no doubt set in me. And it's sometimes in life that happens when you think, oh, I made it, I overcame, I came over this mountain and this road, and here comes this devil talking to you. It could be a voice, it could literally be a person. It could even be your mama, trying to remind you of who they think you are, or even the energy that you used to reside in, okay? So we have to recognize that these dark voices are trying to deter our path and our motivation, okay? So when your old demons are angry, they try to pull us back down with them, okay? Because now that you've changed and you shifted your vibration, they are starving for our energy. It was our energy in our Ashe, whether we knew it or not that we had power, they were feeding off of our Ashe and our energy. And now that you're starving them, they don't know what to do, okay? Now, there's always going to be naysayers. These naysayers will always be the ones that know you, okay, that you know, And the ones who think that they know you, but they got you bent, they got you messed up. Okay. We have to make sure that we never acknowledge someone who can't even face their own selves in the mirror. They can't even truly look at themselves. Okay. They can't even recognize their own reflection of themselves that they're trying to portray upon you. So sometimes those things that they say that you are, or that you're going to do, or that you're not worthy of, this is them speaking about themselves. Okay. Know that this is not you. Don't believe in that. We have to stop feeding your energy to them. Okay. We got to let them gnaw away at their own flesh. Let them eat them own selves up. Okay. Now, another part of my dream, I was in my room after everything was reconstructed, fixed, pretty, redesigned. I was in the middle of the room holding a silver plate. And there was this silver liquid pouring down from above onto the silver plate. Okay. And at the same time, I was hearing Christina Aguilera's voice singing. I don't know if you guys know of Christina Aguilera, but she's a pop singer. Okay. And she was singing these words, because our God, for our God, anointed life. Okay. So if some of you guys don't know, silver represents Obatala. That's one of his metals that is one of his totems. Okay. So as I was hearing Christina Aguilera's voice singing, I was like, dang. Okay. So some of you guys know that I used to be an artist before I was a priestess. Okay. So I thought this message for me was that I need to start back singing. I need to start back going into music. I need to make sure I'm waking up singing to God and all that stuff, because it has been told to me that I do need to do this. So I thought it was, okay, it's another message. I need to do this again. Okay. But Spirit told me to break down the meaning of Christina Aguilera, her first name and her last name, in addition to the message. Okay. So let's talk about Christina, which the one who sang, because our God, for our God, anointed life. Christina means follower of Christ. Christina is a feminine name of Latin origin. The version of Christianos, this name refers to follower of Christ. Okay. So let's break down her last name, which is Aguilera, of course, in Spanish. Okay. It's a habitual name for a place in Sofia province. The name Aguilera from Aguilera means eagle's nest. From the Latin Aquilera means place of eagles. Okay. So basically it means like eagle's nest, the eagle's nesting place. Now the eagle, this animal is associated with ambition, duty, fortitude, and willpower. So people who have the eagle as a spirit totem or spirit animal are unperturbed. They're unperturbed by life's many obstacles. Okay. They strive to achieve great heights and are rarely satisfied with anything less than the best that life has to offer. Okay. Period. So let's go back to Christine, follower of Christ. Okay. Now, the most powerful and sweetest Orisha is Obatala. He is known as a universal deity. He is related and referred to the same energy, same vibration as the Christ. Okay. Just like Christian Jesus, Obatala is a child of God. Olorun the Father permitted Obatala, the child, to descend from heaven to create land over the waters and to template the human bodies from popo. Popo means mud and clay. Okay. Now, the Quran mentions several times that Allah created humans out of clay. This is Quran 349. Science is in the process of establishing the human life first sprouted in Africa. Nevertheless, the mythological credit of sculpting the human body is reserved for Obatala. Now, Obatala is free of all colors, even though he's associated with whiteness primarily. Okay, it's because whiteness or white light is polychromatic. Obatala is also known for the god of white clothes. Obatala absorbs all wavelengths of light, okay, ranging from 700 nanometers at the red end spectrum to 400 nanometers at the violet end. These are from my scientist geeks that want to know that, okay? Now, Obatala accepts only white offerings without spices, okay? The Obatala worshippers dance in white costumes. They offer him coconut milk, white pumpkins, and light up sandalwood incense for him, okay? And like I said, silver are one of his metals, but so is ivory. They're one of his charms. These things are associated with Obatala. Now, in Islam, Allah is the most compassionate. Peace be upon you. Your Lord has decreed upon himself mercy. Quran 6:54. And in Judaism, Yahweh says, I will have mercy on whom I have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion. In Exodus 33:19 in Christianity, Jesus tells a possessed demon man, to go home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has mercy upon you. This is Mark 5:9. And in Hinduism, Lord Krishna says he loves the person who shows benevolence and mercy to all living things. This is Bhagavad Gita 12:13-14. Now, mercy is one of the things that Obatala gives, okay? His mercy is located in the God's self-awareness. According to Yoruba spiritual tradition, his divine power in sculpting the human body, Obatala was constructed these magnificent beings, okay? Now, he was working. And Baba was tired. So what we do sometimes when we're tired, we sit down, we have a drink. But then when you have a drink, sometimes you have energy from that drink and you're motivated to start creating again. And this is what Baba did, okay? So once under the temporary influence of palm wine, while sculpting these bodies, Obatala breached the duty of care and made some defective human beings, okay? This is where you have your albinos, deformed bodies, and whatnot. So when an individual suffers because of existential deficit, or is this, I can't even speak today, current deficit or defect, like someone who has an organ or a limb malfunction, a gene disorder, or a hereditary flaw. This is where Obatala is most kind-hearted, because he knows that he shares the part of his blame in making humans this way, okay? So the Yoruba concept of compassion does not emanate from a perfect God towards imperfect and error-prone created beings. As if, like, you know, some religions, you're born a sinner. You ain't nothing, you ain't nothing, you need this in your life because you're not worth anything. You're automatically born a sinner and you need this to fix yourself. It wasn't me that made you that way, but you're born as darkness, period, okay? Some of these spiritual traditions do practice that, okay? But we have to remember in Yoruba that Obatala's mercy flows from the self-awareness of a powerful, okay, God, and a God that looks towards us and that doesn't blame us for our creation, okay? He understands the way that we were created and has mercy and compassion upon us, all right? This is why Obatala is the main Orisha that helps us with our characteristics, okay? Obatala is the one that governs and created all Oris, okay? So with working with your Ori, you want to work with Obatala, because this is the one that can have you in perfect alignment and characteristics and perfect alignment with your Ori, all right? So in most spiritual traditions, God does show compassion because of the human errors, all right? But Obatala shows compassion because he himself has erred when he did mistakenly created these deformed human bodies. Okay. This is why it makes Obatala the fairest god of all gods in the universal pantheon of gods itself. Okay. Now, his comparison to Christ, this makes me think of Christ consciousness. Okay. Now, we're going to have to strive to build our character, our better character as human beings. This is what Obatala helps us with. Okay. So I'm about to drop y'all some knowledge right quick. So you guys are asleep, wake up, because I want you guys to remember this. Now, there's a special oil that is secreted in your pituitary gland that's at the base of your brain and your hypothalamus. Okay. This oil is said to represent the energy of Christ consciousness. Now, this oil is released every full moon, our full moon, not the Earth's full moon, but our full moon. Our full moon individually, you would take your sun sign, which is the sun sign that you were birthed in. Then you would take your moon sign, which is the moon sign that you know you were birthed in. Okay, this is our full moon. So it's good to know your chart. Okay, so if you guys want to utilize this information that I'm about to drop, definitely go get your birth chart. Okay, so our full moon is when our sun sign is opposite of our moon sign, thus creating the full moon. Because you guys know that's how the full moon looks like. And in the universe, the sun is way over here and the moon's way opposite side. That's why the moon shines. Not like the new moon when the sun and the moon are close together. The moon is dark, is black. Okay. And this represents as above, so below. Now, when this oil is released, it travels all the way to your sacral chakra and it sits there for 3 days. Now, after these 3 days, it rises back to our pituitary gland. And this is when it enhances our consciousness and enhances our awareness of self and the universe. Okay. Hence the crucifixion of Christ. On the 3rd day, he rose. Okay, so Dre wants me to repeat that. I don't know which part he wants me to repeat, but I'm going to go about the oil again. So when we're in our full moon, this oil is released from our pituitary gland. Okay, it is released and it travels to our sacral chakra and it sits there for 3 days. After 3 days, it rises back to our pituitary gland. When it rises back to our pituitary gland, we have our consciousness enhanced. It gives us enlightenment, okay? This raises our consciousness and our awareness of self and the universe, okay? Now, this represents the Christ consciousness, like the crucifixion of Christ. Like on the 3rd day, he rose. Remember, Christ died on the cross. On the 3rd day, he rose again, okay? Now, if in those 3 days that the oil sits in our sacral chakra, we have sex, we bussin', or we have a sexual release of any kind, this oil is going to leave our body through those liquids that come out of down there in our sacral chakra. It's going to leave. Okay. Now, this energy might go into the person that you're, or this energy might just go, if you're just with yourself by yourself, it just might just go, but it leaves your body, basically. If you have any type of sexual encounter, anyhow, way you do it, that's your business. It'll leave your body if you do this within those 3 days, okay? And this energy and this power will be wasted, okay? So tame thyself and know thyself. This is why you have to be very, very intuitive of self, okay? We must be mindful to master our humanness so that we can gain the power of this consciousness, okay? This is going to help us stay on our destined path and enlighten us to rise and elevate again and again. Now, this happens every month. Every month we have a full moon, just like every month there's a full moon. So I suggest that you find out what your full moon is, okay? So let me give you an example. I'm a sun sign Taurus. My moon sign is in Virgo. So my full moon is Scorpio. So when the moon, the full moon, or anytime the moon is in Scorpio, that's when mine is released. And I'm gonna tell you, you will get tempted because they know. They want you to lose that energy. So just be mindful of this, okay? Now, some may ask, why do I still teach things from the Bible? Why you ask us, why you ask us if we had a Bible still, okay? I do still teach from the Bible because when you're fully aware of your consciousness or fully aware of the universe, you're gonna know that the Bible is clearly a book of spells and a book of astrology. We still could use the power of the Bible, okay? So when you know, all right? So for my babies who don't have a Bible, I want you guys to at least get a little cheap one because I do want to do an assignment from there, okay? To find out the moon cycle, you can look. There's so many apps. I have the Deluxe Moon app, but I paid for that one. I forgot how much it is. I think it's like $6 or something. What's it called? Yeah, the Deluxe Moon. I have that one. But if you just go into your app store, look for moon cycles, that'll help you. So you'll be able to see how it looks like. So you'll be able to see your sun sign and just go directly opposite. You're going to see the opposing zodiac. Okay. All right. So now enough about Christ. Let's talk about the breakdown of Aguilera. Okay. Now, Aguilera means eagle nest. The ego represents ambition, duty, fortitude, and willpower. Okay. Those with these spirit animals are unperturbed by life's many obstacles. Now, this mainly break down the definition of nest, okay, which is one, a structure or a place made or chosen by a bird for laying eggs and sheltering its young. The second one is a place filled with or frequented by undesirable people or things. That one shocked me right there. Like, for example, a nest of spies. Okay. Now, to me, the nest represents your bedroom. Again, your inner self. This goes back to the first part of the lesson. How are you nurturing? How are you living? And how are you constructing your inner self at different points of your life? How do you apply ambition, duty, fortitude, and willpower in your life? Is your shelter a place that you have manifested and chosen for yourself? Or has your life circumstances caused you to be in a place of convenience for lack of accountability and responsibility? Question. How has your young paid for the consequences, be it good and bad, in your life? How is your young learning from you? How are they being influenced by the way you're nurturing your nest, your inner self, your resting place? Who do you allow to enter your nest? Is it frequented by undesirable people or things? Or are you the almighty grown as hell ass parent who pays all the bills and do whatever you want and what you say goes, period? We have to make sure that we're mindful. We can't be so wrapped up in our own mess and not pay attention to what our young are becoming a product of. Okay? No, your baby isn't just like his damn daddy. No, your baby isn't just like her damn mama. Your baby is just like you. So, how are you represented in your young's eyes? How do your babies and your children see you? Are they comfortable with the things or people that frequent your nest? Do they act up or hide when these things or people are exposed to them? Now, don't deny the understanding of your young. Many are wise beyond their years because many are your reincarnated ancestors here to teach you a valuable lesson in this lifetime. If you don't protect, nurture, or truly see your young, then you don't protect, nurture, or truly see yourself. Master your ambitions. It's your duty. You must have the willpower to work through the tests in life that are to build you. That's what fortitude is. It's the courage you contain while you're in pain and while you're in adversity. We have to dig deep. I don't care how much it hurts. Y'all know I give tough love. Do it anyway. Work with your Ori. Ask for help from Obatala to help you build your character that you need for yourself, to master yourself. Okay? Your young are watching you. You are the product of your environment, and the same with your children. You have to be mindful of the nest that you create or the nest that you have created. Now, as I said before, silver is one of Baba Obatala's metals. Silver is symbolic to purity, strength, clarity, focus, and the feminine energy. The feminine energy being nurturing energy, creative energy, receiving energy, okay? Now, in alchemy, silver is one of the noble metals. Silver is said to have a long history of helping fight infections, aiding in cold and flu prevention. It also helps in wound healing and even providing assistance with cancer and arthritis. Okay. It's also used in wound dressings, lotions, medical equipment, as, like I said before, it's believed to prevent infection. Now, this part of my dream of me holding the silver plate as the liquid silver falls from above on the plate as Christina Aguilera is singing these words, because our God, for our God, anointed life. This tells me the love of Olodumare, the love of the Most High, and how the Most High God pours into our life when we have room on our plate to receive. Now, we must be humble and diligent in prayer. We have to make sure that we're asking for strength, purity, clarity, and focus, and nurturing energy from our Most High God. We must constantly pray. Prayer is powerful. Even for us as a praying mother, as praying women, it's powerful for a praying mother, okay? We must constantly pray for God to pour into the areas that require healing, because we require the power from the Most High to fill in those dark places and spaces that we are aware and unaware of, those spaces and places that we're afraid to tap into. Now, many ailments and diseases in our lives represent those things that we have allowed to manifest in the physical. We must be open to face the truth in ourselves and make room to receive this energy from God, for God to pour into us, okay? So we know those things that we're suffering from. It comes out in our physical form, just like you being tired shows on your face. This ease shows in your body as well, okay? When we allow God to pour into us on a regular basis, we will never be prone to these infections of life. These infections in this realm that's created to kill us, destroy us, and steal our ashe. We are made in the image of God. For God, it's our God that carries out the different, actually, it is us who are the representation of God's essence, of his consciousness. Okay, when they say you're created in God's image, it's because we're all pieces of God in the universe. Now, there's some people that's not part of God. They're a whole created different entity, aliens, demons, okay? But know who you are. Know that you're the chosen. Know that you're one of God's creations, okay? Now, when we live with our God's pouring into our life, with the understanding of our creation, we are truly living an anointed life. When you are anointed, you are covered. You are undeniable, and you are favored in all realms. Now, this is powerful because sometimes we do travel into all realms, whether you know it or not. Sometimes our spirits do leave our bodies and are gone. So we have to make sure we're doing what's needed to be done so we are protected in all realms. We have to remember that demons will even tremble by the sound of our name when we are anointed by the Most High God. Okay. So I do pray that these messages from my dream has helped you guys with clarity and certain things in your life. I could have broke down more things, but I really didn't want to overwhelm you guys with too much information. So I pray that these things that I did break down and bring up, that you guys were encouraged by it and learned some things and can apply it to life. Okay. I hope it inspired you to pay more attention to your inner self, to your dwellings, and the vibration that you're in, and each level of your life that you have to construct or reconstruct. Okay. Now, I encourage you guys to get to know your Ori, to get to know Obatala, to have Obatala work with you guys with your Ori. Okay. I encourage you to be open to receive the blessings from Olodumare, from the Most High God, for him or her to pour into your life. Okay. Now, I'm honored and I'm blessed that Baba did give me this dream to teach you guys today. Okay. We must make sure that we honor the owner of the white cloth, the one who created all Oris, the one who governs all Oris, even the Oris of the Orisha. Okay. He's the first Orisha. He's the biggest and wisest Orisha. Now, there's 42 energies of Obatala, but those things I will teach later. But just know this is a mighty, mighty energy, a beautiful, compassionate energy, and an energy that you do want to work with to help you align yourself, okay? Because he is merciful. And we thank Baba Obatala. Ashe. I'm going to do a reading because this is what they asked for me to do. And this is the first time I've ever done this. I've never done a reading after O'Shea. So let me make space. Okay, so for those of you who are in my private mentorship, I do bone reading classes. Okay, this is my own personal board. You're not going to get one like that because this is mine that I designed for myself, but you guys are going to get one similar to it. Okay, but I'm still going to teach you guys how to do that for those who are in my private mentorship. Yes, I see your precious, pretty baby girl. Hi, baby girl. All right. So let's see here. Hmm. Okay. So it's very, very enlightening that this message is going to, this reading is going to coincide with what the message is today, that we have for you today. So we have to make sure that we are having the courage, the tenacity, and the faith to work with our Ori. Okay. This is key to our life, the things that we have to do. Okay. So this reading is going to be something that we need to work on in the present. Okay. So this could be the energy for the rest of the month, for this week. But our Egunguns, our collective Egungun, is asking us to make sure that we are taking the messages that I said and spoke about in today's sermon, to go ahead and take that leap of faith and the courage to work with our Ori. This is what's going to bring us abundance in all the things that we want in life. This is going to help bring us focus in life, okay? Some of us are unable to elevate past our solar plexus due to the fact of us not working with our Ori, okay? There's certain things that we don't want to face because there is no will or even fear in a way that are blocking some of us, okay? And it can be due to those certain traumas or certain things that are residing and our heart chakra. Okay. So we have to be very intelligent emotionally. We have to use the intelligence of our emotions accordingly. Okay. Making sure that certain things or relationships that need to be fixed, that we are working on them. Okay. Some of you guys are thinking that I don't need to heal that because it's their fault. I don't need to heal that because they're not in my life anymore. Whether or not this person is in your life or whether or not this person is saying sorry, some of you guys need to practice forgiveness in order for you guys to go ahead and elevate. This is a part of your healing. And this is one of the reasons why you guys are unable to elevate past your sacral chakra. So it's very imperative and important for you guys to be committed to this healing. Okay. Some of you guys also have your throat chakra blocked. Okay. And this is blocked is because you're not listening to spirit. You guys are not listening to your higher self. You guys are not listening to your ancestors. You guys are being stubborn in the way on how you want to heal. Okay. But it's up to you to do this because you cannot repeat those same things that your former ancestors did in your bloodline that's in your family tree. Okay. This has happened before, not to only just you, but this is a habit that is embedded in your DNA because this is a habit or characteristic that your family members in your bloodline has dealt with. So with a lot of you, it's upon you for you to go ahead and so-called break that chain, break that generational curse, and start the healing with yourself first. This is what's going to start shifting the DNA, and it's going to help your young and the ones to come after you. Okay. Now, Baba Obatala is asking for you guys to go ahead and start working with him, asking for protection of your Ori, protection from these psychic attacks that you guys may have, protection from even, I'm hearing mental health with negativity or depression that can sometimes, overwhelm you all. Okay, Obatala is asking for you guys to work with him because he is going to help you, give you intuitive messages on how to heal this, how to become abundant in your life, and also giving you intuitive messages on exactly how to elevate and work with him. Okay. Now, with everything you do, you have to make sure that you're not half-assing it, that you're doing everything precisely and with precision. And once you get any inkling on how to do these certain things to heal and align yourself, that you are writing these things down and creating value. You're valuing this and putting it first and foremost in your life, okay? Letting go of certain toxic energies, characteristics, ways that you have, or habits that you have, and to let those things go, okay? The ancestors said it's time. It's time for you guys to do this. It's time for you guys to get over any mental disabilities or illness that are weighing you down and preventing you from having that relationship with your Ori, from having that relationship with your higher self. It's time for transformation. It's time for you guys to be leveled up. It's time for you guys to put yourself first. It's time for you guys to be open to the truth about who you guys are, what needs to be healed, and what needs to be aligned. It's time to face that fact, period. There's no more time to play. And with you guys being in this mentorship, there's tools that are given to you. They're saying to utilize these tools, these assignments that are giving you guys magic in a way for you guys to be able to heal, for you guys to be able to detox these energies and vibrations that are blocking you from your healing, from blocking you from your alignment, that's blocking you from these relationships that you need in order for your consciousness and your soul to expand. Okay. Now, some of you may not feel like you are in contact or in the vibration or the energy of your ancestors. Some of you guys are not hearing from them. It's because you guys are not doing your part. They're asking for you guys to do your part. And they're telling you that you guys do need them, whether you know it or not. You guys doubt that you need your ancestors. Some of you guys doubt that you could have the relationship with your ancestors, but they're telling you this is what they want. They need you just as much as you need them because it's vital for your bloodline, for you to shift this DNA, for you to shift the energy of this bloodline. Okay. When you guys start doing this, you guys are going to see transformation. You guys are going to start receiving messages from Ori. They're saying to write this down. As you go along this path of clearing, aligning, and cleansing, detoxing, you guys are also going to be receiving certain spiritual gifts, because you guys will be cleansing this energy away that's blocking these spiritual gifts to manifest in your life. Okay. They're also saying some of you guys need to shut up. Stop talking about what you think you or what you want, and start listening. Having those times of quietness. They need you to listen. And then when you hear it, don't talk back and doubt it. Do it. And if you don't understand it, ask for clarity. And if you don't receive the clarity, you guys have an Iyanifa that's here for you. You guys know you can hit me up. Yeah, you have to ask first. That's just the chain of command. That's just the way things are. But that's what I'm here for. If you guys need clarity, let me know. Okay? I'm here for your guys' elevation. Not for just only my bloodline, but for yours. We're a collective bloodline. Okay? This is what's needed for our community. So value the lesson and the sermon of today. Value the lessons that you guys are being taught in this mentorship. Value the lessons that your Egungun are giving you, that Obatala is giving you, and that Ori will give you. Value those things. Don't turn your back. They're asking you not to turn your back or turn your face. Be real with yourself, even if it's ugly. Okay, even if it's ugly. It's all about acknowledging what is and fixing it. Okay. But some of you guys do need protection, because there are certain entities that are attached to your bloodline. There's certain people that you have soul ties to, that you're suffering their karma that you have to get rid of. And there's certain things that are attached to you just by certain relationships that you guys have that needs to be cleansed and cleared, because it was karmic for you to be in that energy. And it was designed for you to have this distraction, okay, or this entity attached to you, so you cannot do what your soul purpose is. Okay, so face the fact, face the truth. Once you got it, acknowledge it. Don't dwell in it. Don't ask why, what, where, and how. Don't cry in the bed. Well, you can cry a little bit, but after you cry, get back up and fix it. Do what's needed. And if you don't have the answers, you can't figure it out, you already know who to call. Okay. I'm hearing you need to be determined to be blessed, because you can be blessed. Okay. I remember one of the words that I heard in the dream: anointed life. You guys need to walk an anointed life, an anointed energy. Okay. You are pieces of God's consciousness, so act and move accordingly. You are not defeated. We have to remember that the reason why we came down here is to expand our soul's consciousness and our soul's journey. So some of the things that you guys went through, the trauma that you guys went through, you guys chose this. You chose to go through this so you can learn the lesson that's needed for you to expand yourself and to grow. So remember that. We don't have to always point the blame of what happened to you to the person that did whatever. We have to learn the lesson from it. Okay? And grow from that. All right? So it's time to get to work. It's time to pick up that hammer, that paintbrush, and reconstruct those things that need to be reconstructed, so you can live in the alignment that aligns with your destiny and your path. Okay. They're saying some of you guys are doubting or don't know if Ifa is a part of your path. They're saying be patient in the willingness to understand your path. Be patient. Some of these answers are not going to come to you, but you're not here by happen chance. You're here because it was in your path to to meet me, to mentorship, to meet your brothers and sisters here in this mentorship. There's a reason why you're here. So whether you're here for the long run or for a couple months, 6 months, utilize this time, space, and energy and the knowledge that's given to you to fix, heal, and remove those things that need to be removed in your life for you to be able to walk accordingly to your path, okay? All right. They're saying that's it. So that is the collective reading for everybody here, okay? Ashe. Thank you, Gungun.
No carbon copy.